Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Over the last couple of days and last week, we saw the stock market roll right back down. Today's Tuesday, it seems like Gamestop and AMC they're back in play. As we discussed over the last couple of days, last video I posted, I spoke in regards to the comeback on AMC and also the GME, GameStop, and I was talking about how patience actually pays. Today we can see the extended hour sessions on AMC running here, and during the intraday session we have a pretty decent 15-minute nice flag formation here. We got the pole and we got a flag here in the 15 minutes coming to rest and have that nice support on top of the VWAP for the after hours next leg up here. As I discussed the other day, the House and the Senate, now that the Senate is actually fixing parts of the new bill for the American Rescue Plan, we're gonna have a lot of people receive the $1,400 direct payments or direct paychecks to their accounts, and whichever way they receive their money, direct deposit or a card or paper checks, or whichever way it is, there might be a lot of people using some of those funds, or maybe a lot of the funds, or maybe the whole thing, to actually fund trading accounts. So we will see a lot of people coming to the market to take advantage of, the opportunities. That a lot of people will use Webull, other people will use Robinhood, whichever way they want to actually use the funds. What I want to say here, looking at the daily chart, and we're discussing here, I think the last day, today's Tuesday, so this is the candle. We were discussing this one last Sunday when I posted the video, and also when I sent the email. We discussed this on the email. For those of you that want to receive a totally free, no sales pitch and just conversation, come over to the Traders Colony community, the chat room. The link is in the description, and it's an invite there. And also I sent once a week, I sent a watch list of the stocks that I'm actually have an eye on over the next following week, and I send it over the weekend, and that's totally free. If you want to receive that, go over to traderscolony.com, create a free account, and you will have that sent to your inbox. No sales pitch. I'm not gonna try to sell you something at the end of the day or nothing like that. I just want to give you some information. And I was looking for bounce plays over the last for this week, and actually about 90% of the watch list is actually working pretty well now. Today, BNGO, GVO, EXPR came back. Also, CELA, it's actually working after hours. Let me show you something here on CELA. But I'm gonna jump back into the main topic, and this is the ones that I'm going to keep an eye on for the tomorrow. Look at it, the nice intraday session here when he held its support on the VWAP in a very decent way. And this is the pre-market session today when he started to ramp up. That's a very nice move today. This one I missed because I didn't pay much attention. Now on the daily, you can see this nice ramp up, pulling back towards the 50 simple moving average with a nice support here on the prior level here. This prior resistance top here at the 162, now becoming support around this doji, holding very nice on this slow descending trend to find that support on top of the 50 simple moving average and having a nice leg up. One thing that I was talking about the other day was in GME and AMC is that the patience actually pays. Patience pays, because now GME This was on the weekend. Look at how it's pushing very nicely. Also AMC running on the extended hour sessions. We were talking about this one, nice doji, and we were talking specifically about the doji here on the last video, if I'm not mistaken, which was on Sunday. And look at today and yesterday, nice breakout of that pullback with a low here, pretty decent low on the daily, finding that little bit of support and pushing to the next levels. I really hope that many of you have taken advantage of this moves over the last days. So I mean yesterday and also today. I hope many of you are not feeling pretty bad about, maybe you guys sold. I'm not gonna say that I'm holding anything right now because I'm not trying to be a superhero here on this video, but look at the nice support that EXPR have held on top of the 50 simple moving average. So many of the stocks that they call quote-unquote meme stocks are actually pushing for the next leg. So we have seen KOSS, we've seen holding here on the 50 simple moving average once again. Also yesterday and today, it had a little bit of a pullback today, but still holding this nice 50 simple moving average on the daily. KOSS, GME, EXPR, AMC, all of these stocks are actually moving in a very decent way. We saw CAPR. This is one of the ones that I picked last week. BNGO, nice. Today we took a trade here on this support and 50 simple moving average in the 5 minutes, pushing really nice. And this is the image on this hammer here that I sent on the last video, and also on the last email and the watch list that I posted last Saturday and Sunday email, on this hammer right here, holding that little nice support and now pushing right back up. Jivo, it's pretty much the same thing. You look at here the prior levels. We were looking at this bounce place here on Jivo, which other one, ENG here, holding that nice level here on that little hammer, pushing right back up. But let me show you something, a trade that I took today also on COTY. At the beginning of the day, we're gonna push towards the 15 minutes here, and we're gonna come right back to the start of the day today, when we had a pretty decent support, and he held a very fantastic trend, holding this area here on that support on the BUAP. Second actually support, you can see a small flag formation here with the resistance right here around the 20, if I'm not mistaken, 26, pardon me, and a breakout towards the highs. Look at how it did pull back right out of the gates. Like I said, you don't have really to trade the first candle. You don't really have to trade first candle. Once you see the trend, once you see the top, bottom, and the range, you have an idea for better entries with a little bit of a safer way, better risk management on those positions. Now that right out of the gates, we can see how COTY came under, held the 50 on the 1, and reclaimed the BUAP on top of this hammer right here on the 1 minute time frame, pushed up and then came to a rest really near the BUAP here. These areas are areas where orders can be placed, and if risking towards the BUAP, if the BUAP doesn't hold, then you can get out of the trade with very low risk. For example, here the low of this candle is 811, and we had the BUAP at 810. So if BUAP really doesn't hold, your loss is really going to be tiny loss compared with the winnings. that you can actually gain. And if you look at the 1 minute, here is that candle right here, held, came down, open here, came down, retest, and right back up. This is exactly what happened. If you take a trade like this, although it's really not a lot, but if you are scalping, this is at 23 cent on an $8 stock, which actually, if you are able to extract something like this, it will put you green on the day, and that will give you a nice cushion for the next trade. For example, you can see a nice bounce on the first time. Second time here, came down, dipped it below, but it reclaimed the view up right again, coming to right back up, breaking the prior high of the day and coming towards the 50s. That was a pretty decent trade. Also on SM, I took a short trade right here, and I exited this trade, being really a great trade that really paid out for me. I'm gonna try to see if I can show you here exactly what I did. When it came down, I wasn't, again, I am not trying to say you should buy or sell the first candle. I like to wait for a range so I can place my orders, so I know exactly what I am risking, because I have a level towards that risk. So the first time that it came down and dipped, there's a reason why you see the yellow trend line here, because it's a lower day and this is the level that I use. So I know mentally that I can have probably I can have a next retest of the same area. So right here is at 15.16, coming right back up to the VWAP. I was waiting for this to get exhausted around the VWAP, and this is exactly what it did. Came here, broke the VWAP, we put up top here 1586, another one really close. And so I like it to start getting a little move. I put my order once it came down here, 2 cent under the VWAP at 170.71, and I placed the order there. It came down, but it came right back up, and I actually held it because I was giving it a little bit of time for it to retest the prior high. But if it would have break the high of the right here, or the high of this range, pardon me, I would have gotten out. But it came down, it started to consolidate here on a little flag on the 1 minute time frame, a small bear flag pattern formation. And when it started to flush at 36 area, around these areas, I got out. I think it was around these candles here. I took 1/3 out of that position. Then it gave me a little consolidation on the 1 minute right here, making another bear flag pattern formation, coming down to retest and the low of this range. There I took another 1/3 of my position out, and then I was looking for a flush under the prior low of the day, and we had a $15 psychological support level that broke around these areas. It does this pattern so many times. I've seen this pattern so many times. It's actually something that is easy to read, but to be honest too, I didn't sell exactly where I wanted to, and I held it. So the last quarter, not last quarter, I'm sorry, the last 1/3 of my position that I was holding, I held it through the flush under the $15, and it dipped by about $10 cents. Right there you can see 14.92 and 14.91 here, around 14.92. So I was waiting to see if the last quarter was going to come up, retest this area, the last 1/3, I'm sorry, retest this area, and then follow through to the downside, because many times the prior support becomes resistance. So I was hoping and waiting for this to actually come down. So I took the second 1/3 half at the 18, not the 16. I wanted to take it out around the prior low, so I took the second 1/3 around the 18. It was exactly at 15.18. And then on this flush, I didn't take nothing out. I was waiting for it and letting it consolidate a little bit for a follow-through move to the downside towards the 75 area, because we had a pretty decent range here looking towards the left, and the following level here was the 14.10. So I was thinking, if I let it run, it might keep me in a nice range towards the 1575. But very unfortunately, the prior support did not really become that resistance that I wanted to see. And once it hit the 20, I stepped out right there at the 20. So that average 1/3 at 134, 1534, 36, something around there. The second, third, I took it out at 1518, and the third and the last third of my position, I got filled at actually 1520. I actually could have gotten a pretty decent fill as I was actually expecting. It usually breaks about 10 cents under the psychological level once you let it work, and it did give me that nice flush, but I thought that it was gonna give me something better, so I let it work, and that prior support did not become that resistance that I was looking for, and so I stepped out right there. So today I wanted to share with you those trades. Also wanted to share with you the range and the support on the daily candles and the daily chart on Gamestop, on AMC, KOSS, EXPR, and those stocks that have been really popular with the Reddit community and the Robinhood community, so-called meme stocks. So I just wanted to give you that video today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you like this information. If you did, come through, check us out. There's not gonna be any sales pitch. Check us out, tradesconnolly.com, and also you're gonna find the invite over there. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Come through the community chat room. We share all of this type of information and a lot of ideas all throughout the trading session, and also during the week on names that we're watching, shorting, long-term holds, and after hours, and also pre-market movers, and also building up the watch list in the morning. For now, I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy trading, and good luck to you all.